What's going on there, YouTube? Chilling with Twisted 420 here, back again. And I hope everybody had a good Christmas and a happy new year and all that fun stuff that people like to say. We are back with a review, and we got some other reviews coming up, phones and all kinds of other things. But I linked up with the people over at Banggood.
Giggity giggity. Giggity goo.
Yeah, I hooked up with them, and I went through their website picking out random stuff to review. Okay? And we even got a cell phone that looks like a mouse that you would use on the computer coming up to review. Random shit, I'm telling you. But today, people, we are taking a gander at the Sansui T8 Bluetooth speaker, aka the Aki Eclipse. So the whole thing is, it's the same company. The Aki Eclipse is like the global version. This one ends up being the Chinese version for the Chinese market. And unfortunately, the language is in Chinese.
进入蓝牙.
What?
连接成功.
Oh. No big deal. We worked our way around it. It's really simple. I mean, just hooking up Bluetooth speakers, not a big deal. But let me give you some spec rundown here. This thing has a built-in 4,000 mAh battery, right? It's got a micro SD card slot, aux input, micro USB chargeable, and it's supposed to be good for 12 hours of playtime. You can even do calls on it and stuff. It's got a mic built in, all that good stuff. Now, when I was looking around on their website, I grabbed this because I thought it looked pretty cool. I didn't know much about it, but I've done research since then, and I will tell you this right now, people. I've got a bunch of Bluetooth speakers, Sony's. I mainly do Sony's, but I got a few other Bluetooth speakers. I was pleasantly surprised. This thing sells for 79 bucks on Banggood's website, okay? And it's a 20-watt speaker. And honestly, the bass this thing puts out, it gets down. I was pleasantly surprised. And the way I got it set up in here, I use it in the morning when I'm doing videos, shooting stuff. I like to play some music. I got it in a corner to where it's kind of loading off the walls. Very, very impressive. But we're going to go through some stuff. We're going to talk about some things. And we're also going to do a music test, of course. We got to do a music test. And but first, just take a quick look at the speaker itself. It's pretty cool. You know, it just sits flat. And all it is really is two drivers in the middle, and there's a woofer on each side. So you can't just sit it either way. You know, it looks like you can just sit it any kind of way. No, speakers face out one direction. But on the top, you got pretty standard stuff. Power button, mode button, play and pause, and volume up and down. All right, pretty simple stuff. And the packaging is really nothing to write home about. It was rather simple packaging. Just a little bit of foam, and then a little cheap micro USB cable to USB, and a 3.5 millimeter headphone to headphone. So yeah, pretty simple packaging stuff, and some manuals also in Chinese. But honestly, people, we can only talk about this thing so much. What we need to do is take it in there, give it a good listen, and yeah, we'll see how the thing sounds. And I know it's not gonna pick up exactly like it would in person across YouTube, compressed through all the shit, you know what I mean? But at least it'll give you an idea. All right, folks, we're just gonna do a little music test in here in the statue room and see what happens. Got Buddha here helping me. Buddha, you gonna help, buddy? Yeah. All right, folks, we're gonna try another hoochie track, this time with a little bit more vocals, give you an idea.
Just a box of souvenirs.
Really good mid bass.
Hoochie.
Good.
Kept all you kept all the things I threw.
And there we are, folks. Just a random Bluetooth speaker that I picked to review that I was pleasantly surprised by. Now let's talk about some pros and cons real quick. I like the battery life. I like the sound and the bass. The only thing is, you don't want to max it out, okay? Because the bass starts to get a little distorted. It starts to clip a little bit, and it doesn't sound good. So you want to stay like maybe a couple of clicks down from full volume. But if you do that, I'm pleasantly surprised. Now, compared to like my nice Sony XB31, it's not as loud, but it's just as clear, and it actually has more bass. So kudos for this little speaker. I'm pleasantly surprised. Battery's been no issue. 12 hours. I can usually go a week with a few sessions in the morning before I need to plug it up, so that's cool. Like I said, it's in Chinese. So if you don't, it's not a super big deal, but if you don't want to deal with that, get the Aki Eclipse. You know what I mean? What is that? Overall, I'm pleasantly surprised by this little guy. It works pretty well. It works pretty well. And yeah, it's just a random review here, people, from Banggood. All right. All right, so yeah, my first Bluetooth. No, this is my second or third. I've done a couple of speakers, but we're going to be doing more speakers, more phones, more statues, more everything, people. It's all coming in 2019. We're going to have some good fun, and I hope you guys are going to be there to watch. I really do, all right? But yeah, links are in the description if you want to look around, take a gander. Shipping from them usually is like 8 to 10 days. It's been my experience from Banggood over in China to the US. I can't speak for the rest of the world, but there you go, people. There you go. All right, then. Yeah, you guys stay sexy out there. I am out.